Polo being kind of like a combination of ice hockey for its speed and football because of its hard-hitting action, and golf because of the fine finesse that's required. I've been playing polo for about 4 years now. I grew up horseback riding, fox hunting, pony clubbing. My parents ran a summer camp. I rode up until I was about 18, and then I went away to prep school and college in Alaska, University of Alaska in Fairbanks, and spent a number of years in the military, and didn't do a whole lot of riding. So getting back in the saddle took some doing, and it took a while to get my seat back and where I was comfortable again in the saddle. But polo has given me a crash course in that, literally.
The game of polo is really simple. It's 4 men, each on a horse, a small ball which is 3 ounces, about 3 inches I guess, maybe a little more in diameter. And the purpose of it is to hit the ball through the uprights of the other team. And there are no technical rules in polo to speak of, like offside, or you have to hit it so many times before you can catch it or do something like that. It's all safety. And imagine you're a car on a 1.5 lane or 2.5 lane road, and the stripe down the middle is the right of way, and the stripe down the middle in this case is the ball. And when the ball goes from point A to point B, it sets up a line, and that line is sacred. You can't cross it. And the sole purpose of that is so people don't hurt each other and run into each other. So you could say that polo is a really simple game. Just try to hit the ball through the other guy's goal and obey the laws of the right of way of the ball and doing it, and that's it. Now there are other rules, like you can't hit the other guy at a high speed to try to knock him off his horse.
First year of polo, my horse went down and I broke my collarbone, so it is a dangerous sport, but very rewarding, very thrilling. We can trace polo back to 2500 BC in Persia, and by recorded history. From Persia, it migrated to India, and India is where the British learned it from.
The English army, when it was out there, saw the game and liked it and felt it was useful for their training of their cavalry units. And so they adopted the game, and they brought it back to England in the 1880s.
When the British brought polo back to Great Britain, they had 8 people on each team, and in America we dropped that down to 4 players per team. So it has gone through a bit of a transition.
I'm sure Alexander the Great saw it being played when he was moving across. It's thousands of years old. I mean, well, the thing about polo is it's a natural game. I mean, it's like soccer. There's a ball and you try to kick it that direction through some goal. I mean, that's what a bunch of schoolboys would do if they found a can. They would kick it to the other side. So polo was just the same thing on horses. And it was very, very popular, but then when the war came, the Second World War, it fell off considerably.
Professional army into a modern war machine. Time to take civilians gathered in a peacetime conscription while we were still debating, to mold them into soldiers. And the people of the United States, fighting a war which would be hard and might be long, but which they would win.
It's making a comeback in the United States, as it should, and we should master all sports and be able to defeat any international team in any sport, including polo.
A lot of people that play polo start to ride when they learn to play polo. Polo has one very interesting characteristic to it that I think is different from a lot of sports, and that is they're very, very obliging toward new players.
This is a fun polo, this is a farm polo friend. When they finish the game, we prepare asado, like in this in Argentina, estancia. We prepare barbecue, play guitar, and this is a typical polo. It's a good time because for me, I prepare horses in Argentina for sale, and I organize a small tournament in my house, And when I come here, I organize everything for the summer season here in Virginia. Virginia has a beautiful weather and spectacular players. I enjoy this time because all my life is the summer. It's in summer, 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 summer.